What are the best simple sugars to consume? This is a common question I get from my clients, and you might be surprised by some of the things I suggest or that I recommend here. But there's good reason for it. So let's get into it. But actually, before I do that, I just want to talk about the difference between a starch and a sugar. Because as I mentioned in a previous video, essentially all non-fibrous carbohydrates are just sugar. If you look at a starch is just a chain of sugars. Okay, so it's good. So when you consume a starch like a potato or oatmeal, yes, it's going to break down a little bit slower than a simple sugar or something that is, say, a one unit or 2 unit sugar, and so it's going to raise your blood sugar level faster. But ultimately, everything gets broken down. Everything that's non-fibrous, okay, every carbohydrate that's non-fibrous gets broken down into sugar. So with that being said, what are some of the best simple sugars to have? Well, in my opinion, the best simple sugars to have are the ones that come with the most nutrition. And so here are my top 5. Number 1, whole fruit. Really no surprise here. And this does not include fruit juice, obviously. Fruit juice isn't even on this list. It's got to be the real fruit, because with that comes a lot of fiber, phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, etc. So you want to make sure you're getting real whole fruits and not fruit juice. And I'm gonna actually really go out on a limb here and put berries at the very top here. And berries, just in case if you don't already know, berries are actually really not that high in sugar. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck for the amount of sugar that you're getting. Number 2, dairy. Okay, or specifically here, I'm going to say lactose. Now, sounds obviously very weird because a lot of people are lactose intolerant. So you might be saying, well, why would you ever recommend lactose? And it is because lactose is often found in dairy, or almost exclusively dairy. So with dairy, you get a lot of nutrition. Okay, you're getting things like protein and calcium and B vitamins. And sometimes in the case of yogurt and or cheese, you're getting probiotics, you're getting CLA, you're getting butyrate, you're getting vitamin K2. So you're getting a lot of nutrition with these foods that contain lactose. Number 3, again, another weird one. Not a lot of people eat this, but some people do. And that is black strap molasses. This is probably the most mineral dense simple sugar that you can consume. Okay, it's very, very high in iron, magnesium, calcium, potassium. Number 4, dates. Specifically dates. Dates are probably the best or one of the best foods to consume around exercise because they're very high in electrolytes and sugar. Okay, the two things that you need, especially if you're doing very high output type exercise. And number 5, this was a bit of a toss-up between raw honey and pure maple syrup. Raw honey is about 50-50 glucose to fructose, and pure maple syrup tends to be much more glucose. So in that way, pure maple syrup is better, but honey does have some properties that maple syrup does not have, such as, can act as a prebiotic. It's an antimicrobial. It is high in potassium. Okay, especially depending on the honey that you're getting, you want to get one that's, a raw honey. Okay, something like Manuka honey. Coming back to pure maple syrup, this is going to be more mineral rich. So it's a bit of a toss up between those two. So those are my top 5. Again, in number 1, real whole fruit. Number 2, lactose based foods, dairy essentially. Number 3, blackstrap molasses. Number 4, specifically dates. And finally, number 5, raw honey. Well, between raw honey and pure maple syrup. What do you guys think? Comment here and let me know. I want to know what you think is the best sugar to consume and why. Follow us here for more health and fitness tips. And if you want to speak about any of your health and fitness goals or your diet, reach out to me at fit10.com/contact. And let's chat.